How to price your beer production? Well, in this video I'm going to teach you how to do it correctly. My name is Edgarfxz and it's time to subscribe to this video channel. So let's move immediately to the part. So the first thing that I want to explain you are two important definitions, direct and indirect costs. Direct costs are related to the final products and all raw materials are part of this. For example, for the beer production, we need barley, malts, water, hops, yeast, and adjuncts, bottles, cans, and so on. Indirect costs are not related to the product, but are completely really necessary for the business of operation. For example, the electricity, the gas, the workforce, the rental, advertisement, internet, and so on. Let me tell you that electricity and gas may vary according to your beer production. For example, if you increase your production, obviously the electricity and gas will increase dramatically. If you decide to stop your production, your electricity and gas bill will drop. So as you can see, these are the direct and indirect costs. Then we're going to move to the formulas that we're going to use are direct costs plus the indirect costs. The unit costs are equal to the total cost divided by the number of units. Let me tell you with this that the number of units is related to your capacity of production. In my case, my batch production is 300 liters per batch. So I want to explain you that you can place here this number. Then we have the production efficiency. The production efficiency, not all the processes are completely efficient. So the beer is not exception. So in my case, the beer production efficiency is around 77%. And finally, we have the sale price formula. This is equal to the product price or purchase price divided by 1 minus the profit percentage. Just if you want to imagine, this is almost the same number. If you can place here the unit cost, you can place here. So let's move to the example because it's easier to understand when there's an example. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, it's time to do it. Well, this is my Excel of one batch of production, and as I have told you before, I have here my production. This is my batch, 300 liters, and these are the raw materials that I need. The raw materials, remember, are my direct costs. For example, I need Mexican 6 raw, Munich malt, caramel 70 lobby bones, and just the unit price per kilogram and the used malt. The amount in US dollar, I just have to multiply the amount, the used malt, per the unit price, and so on with each raw material. It happens with the hops, water, cheese, sugar, pulse, levels, and boxes. I don't have numbers here because most of the cases these are the same, so I don't like to move, but it may vary according to your beer and beer style. And then we have the prorated fixed or indirect costs that are the electricity, cleaning and more, workforce, and gas. Let me tell you that prorated means that is only one part of an entire production. In this case, it's for only one batch, and that is the way that these are the prorated numbers for only one batch. And once that I have these numbers, well, I have the sum of the fixed cost or the indirect cost, and here I have the total cost that are the direct cost plus the indirect cost that are 663 and 74 cents. If you can see, is the sum of both fixed costs and direct costs. Then we have the unit cost. With this formula, the total cost divided by the the liters that I'm going to prepare of wort. Remember that if you don't know what is wort, what the wort is previous to the beer. The yeast will transfer the wort into a beer with alcohol and CO2 and all the aromas and flavors of the beer. So, and I'm going to multiply the 300 liters per the efficiency of my production, that is 77%, as I have told you before, and I have here in my table. And then that I obtain the unit cost, this is the liter price of bottle, and the bottle is included because I have here the price of the bottles. And then, if you can see, I have to multiply by the standard volume of a beer, that is a bottle of 355 milliliters. So just I have to multiply by the same, but in liters. And I have the single price of a bottle of these contents. And then if I want to apply the sale price formula, this I'm going to apply 35% of profits. And I have to apply this, just I have to divide the $1 point with 2 cents divided by 1 minus 35% of profits. So I have this number, and that's everything, and you can obtain your sale price. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's time to do it. And let me tell you that, well, taxes may vary according to your country. So in my case, in Mexico, we have to pay 2 different taxes. The VAT, that is around 16%, and the special tax for products and service, that is 26.5%. This is the beer price with the taxes included in Mexico. Obviously for a microbrewery. Obviously, if you want to produce more, just imagine that I want to produce 500 liters with the same installation. As you can see that I can reduce the price. So if you want to produce more, if you want to produce more quantity of beer, your price will drop. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. We'll see you until the next, and we have more videos about this. So see you until the next.